Hi everyone, this is my third attempt to do my check-in video. I don't know what's happening with YouTube or with me, but I'm having difficulties submitting this and you being able to view it. Today has been a really intriguing day, but overall this week has been very exceptional. I had an opportunity to present today on elder abuse with the clients and the staff members. I have some experience with presentation work, being a student at University of Phoenix. Pretty much every paper that I had written, I also had to do a PowerPoint presentation on as well. So speaking to groups, I find myself being very comfortable in. I had an opportunity to answer questions about elder abuse. Many of the senior citizens were very intrigued with the information that I gave them. Um, I also offered handouts, frequent question handouts, things that I have heard other elderly or senior citizens ask about pertaining to elder abuse. Um, I also covered the what is mandating reporters, and the staff is fully aware of they have a responsibility and obligation by law to report any subjected abuse such as self-neglect. Um, Yesterday was somewhat of a challenge for me. A gentleman walked in and asked for help for his tenant, who is 89 years old. The gentleman is the tenant's landlord. He said that the senior has been living in his home, living in his apartment building for about 10 years, and there was never a problem. But over the last 9 months, he noticed that the tenant is becoming very forgetful. She often tried to pay her rent 3 or 4 times to him, and he has to remind her that that she already paid rent. She's currently knocking, banging at, in his words, banging at the neighbor's door, accusing them of breaking into her house and stealing things that the landlord suspects probably misplaced. He said he went into the home with her permission just to check on things and see how she was doing. And she had removed all of her clothing, foods out of the cabinets and placed them all in the middle of the living room floor. He asked her why did she do that, because she's always been a very clean tenant. And she said she's moving. And every time he asks her why is she doing that, she says she's moving, and it's been over 9 months. So the landlord, being that he has some experience with Alzheimer's, because he did share with me that his mother had suffered from Alzheimer's, had some of the same behaviors. He did contact the daughter and told her about that, what was happening, and the daughter came around a few times, but he believes that the daughter is in denial. So he came to us asking how can we help this lady. He doesn't want any safety risk, and his neighbors, the other tenants are complaining about her behaviors, and he don't want to have to evict her. He's looking for help. So during this conversation, I did thank him for his interest in helping the client. I gave him an intake form asking that he can please retrieve the emergency contact information and the senior information. During this time, I was somewhat having more of a anxiety because my supervisor was not there at the time. So many of this is something I had to handle on my own. So after I got his information, I told him I got his business card, and I told him that my supervisor will get in touch with him. I did inform him that I was a student intern, and any decisions were not my it was out of my scope, and I would make sure that my supervisor knows. So I left my supervisor a note explaining to him what was happening and the gentleman's contact information. But after that, and I was leaving to go home the end of my day, I thought that perhaps I should have gave the landlord the number to protective services, adult protective services. So my question is to you, what would you have done? What do you think I could have done differently? Or do you think I've done enough? Should I follow up? Should I talk with my supervisor to see if he followed up? I really would like your input because this is very concerning to me. Thank you and have a great week.